Hey, my name is Carey Voss, and I'm Historic Arkansas Museum's Curator of Exhibits. We're here today in the Trinity Gallery at Historic Arkansas Museum to talk about one of our contemporary exhibits, an Unbroken Circle. This exhibit features the work of Timothy Hursley, Peter Scheidt, and James Matthews, who all three live and work here in Little Rock. Today we're going to focus on the work of Timothy Hursley, Tim Hursley, who is actually a world-renowned architectural photographer who lives in Little Rock and has photographed works by famous architects all over the world. People like Frank Gehry. He photographed Crystal Bridges. He is an amazing photographer who also, throughout the years, has maintained a personal artistic photographic process. Tim is extremely curious as a person. He wants to know everything about everything. And so in the process of driving back and forth from Little Rock, where he and his family lived, down south to the Delta to the Rural Studio, which was an architectural studio began by Samuel Mockbee, Tim would see these fascinating locations. And he became interested in the people who lived and worked in the Delta. And so over the years, he would stop in many times in these locations that fascinated him for whatever reason. Something would catch his eye. He would find beauty in something that we might not recognize as being beautiful. So, for instance, one of Tim's fantastic photographs over here is an image of the Pine Bluff Mortuary. This image has been exhibited in several museums over the past few years, so if you recognize it, there's a good reason. So you can see here the very humble Pine Bluff Mortuary, the hearses parked in the backyard, and here we have two Muskogee houses, which are facilities where cottonseed is stored. And you can see that the kudzu and the greenery has really grown over everything in this area. And so Tim saw this place and he was fascinated by it. He thought it was absolutely beautiful. But he didn't satisfy himself with the first photograph that he saw. You know, the first time he saw this place, he went back over and over to get to know these people, to get to know this place, and to get the perfect photograph of this place, which we might not immediately think, oh wow, that is the beauty of Arkansas. But when you look at it through Tim's lens, you really can see what is so enchanting and lovely and fascinating about it. Similarly, this piece here, this funeral home sign, is the only item in this exhibit that was not created by one of the three artists. So why is it here? Well, one of the things that Tim does as an artist is he is extremely inspired by items that he finds whenever he's getting to know people throughout his travels. And so he had visited with the family who owned the Relaford and Son funeral home in Stepdar, Arkansas. And he had visited with the Relafords for several years. And you can see that this sign, this neon sign, is actually neon on top of an original painted metal sign. So you can, if you look very closely, you can see the handiwork of someone's hand-painted design, a very old metal painted sign. And over the years, like so many Arkansans and other people do, they wanted to improve it a little bit. Perhaps it was getting faded. And so they added this neon on top of the sign. And this sign served the Relaford family for many years. And whenever they were no longer in the funeral business, Tim asked if he could collect this item for his collection, and they agreed, and so he was able to take this item home and get it bring that neon back to life. And so it kind of serves as a muse for that idea that we're talking about in this exhibit, where something that may have served its purpose, its original purpose, can be reinvented through the transformation, the eyes, the craft, the work of the artist can be reinvented, and it has new life as an art object, and it can continue its usefulness and beauty, which is really what we're talking about here in an unbroken circle, is that continuity, the transformation of objects through the work of artists, and beauty in unexpected places. Thank you so much for being with us today. I hope you come and visit this exhibit. It will be up through mid-January in Trinity Gallery. Historic Arkansas Museum is open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 5, Sunday, 1 to 5. We really hope to see you. Come visit us soon. Thank you.